Hello, everybody. How are you? I hope you're doing great. Welcome for this episode 5 of the Chakradventure 2023. Today we are talking about the throat of thought, um, with the Amber Kashmir, which I already have some on and I'm already coming down. It is a true honor to have you here with me. Thank you for those who are watching. We are gonna liberate our throat chakra today and vibrate in all of our cells. How perfect is this life in all of its aspects, and how working hard every day just to have a miserable existence of paying bills and struggling only to learn that life is a lesson. This is really amazing, the art of life. Welcome to America. So, today I'm going to talk about my favorite book, The Tablets of Emerald, with a dear print that I have, as the original is in Egypt. I offered him to the guide who took us to the Temple of Thoth in the valley of Ashmunin. It was the first time in 20 years that people were actually going there to visit the temple. It was amazing. And when I went there, the guardian gave me the key to open the temple. And he picked me as randomly as, for me, was so important because thought I'm very interested into that. So today we're going to talk about the key, right? Because as you hear me complaining all the time about how people block the way for you, there is a passage in the book that I want to read, and they talk about the 7, right, which I believe is the chakras, which gave me the indication that I had to do this Chakradventure to bring and share this knowledge with you. Maybe my grandchildren are watching this video in 20 years, who knows? That maybe would be some great information, but maybe someone is watching right now, before we start having, mass depression in this country, with this mentality that is being promoting all around the country that is simply unacceptable. You hear everywhere that you have to grind, to make it, that this is a part of the journey. This is simply not true. When you go to France and you hear the mentors or the specialists, they often say, you're in the journey and you fall and you have to get back up, and you fall and you get back up again, and then you fall more down and then you get back up, and then finally you make it. Like as if this was normal, to grind like a carrot to finally get your little crumbs of life and rewards, like you're a little pathetic dog. I'm sorry, guys, this is not life. I have traveled all around the world. I know a little bit about culture. I know a little bit about working really hard. And I can tell you, this is not how it works. Listen to me. When I went to Bahrain, I had found a job in Paraguay because my dream was to go back to South America, because the people are so welcoming and so nice. Literally, they fight to know who's going to spend Christmas with you. When I went to and then I was like, oh, well, my fiance is going to Bahrain. Maybe I should try to work there. Let's see if they have an Alliance Française there. I sent my resume and my cover letter. The next day, the director called me. We had an amazing interview, really clicked. He told me, if you're going to work with us as an intern for your master's degree for a few months, I will hire you as a director and give you so many responsibilities that you're going to learn so much. It's going to be great for your resume. This happened in a matter of a week. A month later, I was moved to Bahrain and I started working. I had so much motivation, so much energy. He trusted me. He opened the door. I didn't want to disappoint him. I wanted to be up to his trust and expectation and standard of excellence as working with embassies and international networks, right, in the Middle East. Plus, I was discovering a new culture that I never knew about, the Arabic culture. I was specialized in Hispanics. So that was amazing. So what happened? All this energy, all this motivation that I put it into my work. I work day and night. I made presentations at the embassy, presentation even in front of my students. We created events, theater plays. That was great. That was amazing. The problem, when you keep telling everybody that they have to grind, plus you put them in this situation purposely, because it's the path. You have to get yourself out of the darkness on your own. Your problem is your problem. I'm sorry, friends. Your problem is my problem. If we're friends, we're dealing with this together. If I can help you, I do it. But no, here they block the way because this is the path. What happened? People grind, they fall. All this energy they have to take to get back of this depression, of this hardship, of these challenges. They get more of it, they get exhausted, and they keep going. They give their last energy, they give their original painting, their gift, the gift of life, their gift of energy, the gift of love. They give everything because they want to make it, because they believe, and they keep going, and one more step and they fall again, and they're exhausted. And what happens? The day that finally someone opens the door, they're angry, they're exhausted, they don't want to see the freaking face anymore. Okay? So this is not how it works. If you want to have people that are happy to work, who give you all their trust, all their enthusiasm, open the door. I don't know how to say it, because the entire country is depressed. People are killing each other with guns because they don't feel heard, they feel ignored. They see millionaires who are there promoting the selfish mentality, individualism, of telling that you have to grind on your own and no one will ever come to save you. Guess what? When you're in a school, there is a shooting, no one comes to save you? Seriously, you're going to tell this to people? What kind of mentality is that? No, we have to show up for each other. Do we really have to wait till there is a gun in front of our face to show up? Can we just show up when there is actual content and quality and value, and we can sit at the table around this? Or do we need to start waiting till we're fighting? Because I know in America people don't like that. People don't like conflicts. They don't like people complaining. The problem is that people, they keep it until they blow up. Us in France, we're mostly straightforward. We say what we have to say, and yes, people run away. They don't like it, but you know what? I don't care, because at least you know what my way to think. What's been done to me, this is unacceptable. If this was done to anybody else, or your own children, or yourself, you would not accept it. Okay, just because you've been betrayed in your life before doesn't mean that you have to do the same to someone else. So I will never forget this. Anyways, I still believe in the energy and the mission that was given to me. And when I was reading about Thoth and the tablets of emerald. So there is this passage where they talk about numbers. And wait, that was this page. Yes, when they say, place in thy body a thought-formed picture. Think of the numbers that lead thee to life. Clear is the pathway to he who has wisdom. Open the door to the kingdom of light. Pour forth thy flame as a sun in the morning. Shut out the darkness and live in the day. Take thee, O man, as part of thy being, the seven who are but are not as they seem. Open, O man, have I my wisdom. Follow the path in the way I have led. Masters of wisdom, son of the morning light and life to the children of men. So I thought that was interesting, because they talk about talking about the seven that are not as they seem. So the chakras, right? This is why I did this, hoping that maybe there is some content we're going to be able to reuse in capacity development workshops and stuff like that. My advice would be, don't follow the crowds. Okay, what is it that they're hiding is more important. The message that is hidden, why are they hiding it? What is it that is bothering? People can have a conversation. I don't know. Don't follow the crowds. Follow your heart. Just because everybody's telling you that you have to grind doesn't mean it. Maybe, what they say, if a flower is not growing, don't blame the flower, blame the environment. Maybe you're not growing because you're not meant to be in this environment. Maybe it's just not for you because people are not treating you right, because you don't align with it. I don't know. Follow your heart. Don't let anybody tell you that how you have to be, how you have to behave. Just be yourself. Honestly, after all these trainings, I start feeling that I'm a psychopath. I'm not normal. But then I talk to my friends and I'm like, we're super kind to each other. We promote each other. We support each other. You know, and then I see all these people who rejected me and that were mean, ignored me, instead of saying, no, that's not even rejection. You can take rejection. We're adults. You can make your own decisions. What does it take? Maybe a little bit of courage to write to someone and say, hey, I'm sorry, we don't align in our message. We're not interested in working together. You know, stop wasting your energy and your money in writing a book we're not going to publish for you. Boom. Everybody saves sanity and energy. Okay, it's the same for love relationships. You're not interested in someone, just write a message. Have some courage to write something. Don't just have people keep them under the wing, you know, just to see, and then let them hope and then discard them like useless toy. You know, people have a heart. Start considering that when you're showing, mostly the mentors, they're showing all this hope, and you're gonna have your business thriving. You know, people hope on it. People trust you. They put their money, their debts, their family on the line, and you keep giving them hope. You're like, oh, I publish books. You know, people write books, and then you just leave them because we don't cross lanes. Don't forget that. People don't cross lanes. Have you noticed? The millionaires, they interview the millionaires and they stick together. And then the people from the market, they stay with the people from the market. The new business, they start with new business. Like, really? Is this? Wow. And then they talk about unity. Is this unity or is this fragmentation? Because since the beginning, I've been preaching for unity. I've been promoting everybody else before me, and all they did was hiding me. Anyways, we're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about the tablets. Page 97.
And I'm still working on this.
Good job, baby.
But it's hard because I can't even find a goat there.
Deep in the silence. First you must linger until at last ye are free from desire, free from the longing to speak in the silence. Conquer by silence the bondage of words. That's my plan. This is a week of farewell. Okay, I am completely done with this. I'm blessed that at least I got to see what I could do with my business, the message I could share, the books I could discover. In the end, I always get back to that because what comes next, and I still see it manifesting in my life. Like, for example, the other day, they were in one of the passages, he says, what does he talk about numbers? Mighty beyond words is the flame of the cosmic, hanging in planes unknown to man. Mighty and balanced, moving in order, music of harmonies far beyond man. Speaking with music, singing with colors, flame from the beginning of eternity's hall. All. Spark of the flame art thou, O my children, burning with color and living with music. List to the voice and thou shalt be free. This is the voice. This is not my voice. This is the voice of your creativity. When you create something, this is why I keep doing the art. But when you actually, and this is where I do the workshop, so you can find some techniques, maybe if you want to be an artist or learn about the symbols that you can create. Because when you open your creative channels, then you open your guidance and your intuition, and you're more intuitive to nature. And now this is my goal. You know, when I was in Peru, I was really connected to the environment and nature. I was always outside. I was rarely on social media. And when I came in the US and I was always stuck at home, you know, I felt like I had to bring that knowledge from Pachamama, okay, the name of my page, to Americans, to this community of screens and social media that is kind of fake. Once you turn off your phone, you look around you, who's in your life? who's still there? What manifested? What was just a dream, you know? So I created all these workshops to kind of bring this intuition, these symbols, these signs that you can recognize everywhere. Because for me, this brought the magic, you know, in my life. And I believe that once you start believing in magic, you start believing that you're guided. And therefore, even when you're alone, you learn to trust the universe, okay? That everything happens for a reason. Even though I don't agree with this, everything happens for you, not to you, because there is still victims. There is still, so maybe yes, it's a karmic, it's everything is written in the universe, of course. But does it mean we have to accept that people shoot each other, that we have to accept that people torture others, that there's disrespect? No, we must raise our voice. This is unacceptable. You know what? My son has had a rough path this winter, a rough patch, we say, right? He has a rough patch this winter. He's been sick on his lungs. He's been sick in his teeth. Now he was sick this morning from an anesthesia. It's a rough time.
Mommy,
but if I had a job,
tell them what happened just right now. What I just happened
this morning
on the bed.
Yeah, this morning he had a little throwing up on the bed because of the anesthesia. They've been torturing us, seriously. So yeah, it's a pathway to healing as well. We're getting fixed. But if I had a job, who would give me a job when most of my winter was here to take care of my son? How am I supposed to work and make a living if I'm here and I have to constantly be taking care of my son? You know, society is cruel. So of course, for the typical family couple with their kids, and one is working and they have their family around and they have a nanny, yeah, they can give you lessons easy. You know, most of the people that I know that, you know, were married or military family and they get divorced, the mom, she goes back to live with their parents, okay? Or maybe if they have the money, then they have nannies. Yeah, it's easier. But for people who are really alone, who don't have their parents, who don't have anybody, and you're single and you have a child and you need to attend and you have maybe ambitions still to work and do something interesting with your life, society is not fair. So thank God we have a great president, which I appreciate a lot, and I feel that really he has this emotional intelligence. He speaks for the middle class, the lower classes, the people who really struggle to bring jobs, to bring assistance, you know, but it takes a while to be in place. And we have our part to do. It's not just, oh, when the president is gonna do that for millions of people. No, we have to help other little businesses. We have to help each other. We have to stop promoting the grind. Okay, not everybody has the same level of grind. And then the kids are the ones who get hit. Why? Because you're stressed, because you're dealing with bills, because we're dealing with stress, you're being disrespected, you're mad. So he's right in front of you, who's gonna get it? That's the kids. Okay, so think about that. Your actions have consequences. So stop promoting the grind. Be nice. Invest into each other. See, I don't know how many times to say it. Every single time I have a friend online who's going through something and she posts a GoFundMe campaign, or I see a farm or an organization, every single time I donate. Not a lot, as much as I can. But why? Because I'm thinking, oh, she has 1,000 followers. Well, if everybody does that, if everybody gives $5 or $100, she's set. She's good. When I had my business, I was promoting everything. Nobody bought my stuff. Okay?
I will.
I know you would, baby. So I was like, you know what? It doesn't matter. I'm not even about the money. This is so important. I want people to have access to the information. So what I do, I put everything out for free. I was like, it's okay. It's my community. They have my back. Put everything for free. When I got in struggle, I couldn't even feed my kid. I put a donation campaign. Zero. I was like, I have 1,000 followers. Maybe all of them give me $5, $100. I don't know. Maybe some of them, they can give me $20,000 because they know I'm gonna ripple this into more business, more creativity. And nobody did it. I had to go ask my grandpa and my dad, who's already broke, to give my money. 37 years old, can't even pay my own bills, can't even have my own business. Why? Because people block me, people hate me. Oh, I didn't receive the same treatment as everybody else. Everybody else, they do conferences together, they promote their businesses, they quote each other. Me, nothing. Deal with it. You know? Is that fair? I don't know. Maybe I'll get a better job later. I'll get to have a greater impact. In 10 years, I'll be the one, you know, with the impact and feeling like I'm doing important, but I will never forget that. The zero. No one has your back, you know? I'll never forget it. Because it's like, I invested into everybody. And it was not returned. It's just big hit. Then you're like, wow, you have to reconsider the people you call your friends and your family. The people you can count on, the people you're giving everything to. Okay? I don't regret it. Please, if I ever send you a gift, keep it. I sent it to all of my heart, not to have something in return, because I wanted it. But I did think that if one day, you know, something happened, we have each other's back. But it wasn't. So this is the big disappointment, and this is where I keep complaining and sending out the message, because some people here in America, the mentality is, don't complain, we don't want the conflict, we don't want to be awkward in a situation, you know. And then you have mothers who's just there suffering and shut up because they don't want to be that victim complaining, you know. They have to, you know, every time I talk to my friends, they're like, oh yeah, but this is a life lesson. Yeah, no, life is not a lesson, okay? When is the actual life? I don't need a life lesson, okay? I just need a life. So it's just an excuse, yourself trying to convince yourself that, you know, all the crap that is happening in your life is justified because you have to grow. I don't think people change, to be honest with you. I never changed. All this that I've learned, I've never changed. I'm always the same person. If you trust me, if you give me a chance, I will do everything for you, fight for you. I don't care about the naysayer. I'll give you everything. But if you disrespect me, I will yell at everybody. I will make a revolution. And I was already like this when I was 17. I was like this when I was 30. And I'm still like this. And I'm not going to change. And the people who think that you have to grind and you have to get out of the darkness all by yourself, they will still be the same. They will not change. They will do this to their own children. You know, so maybe let's try to stop changing each other and accept for who we are and making compromises. Because if everybody says, accept who we are, but we're not compatible, then there will never be any partnerships in the world and people will still be in conflict. So compromises is learning that you have your opinion, I have my opinion. If we want to make it work, there's going to be a compromise. Otherwise, you can't claim about unity. It's fractals. So,
oh my God.
Yeah, mighty spirit of light that shines through the cosmos, draw my flame closer in harmony to thee. Pray ye this prayer for attaining of wisdom. Pray for the coming of light to the all. You know, as far as I know, yes, he says that you have to, you know, light up my fire from out of the darkness, magnet of fire that is one with the all. But the book, the entirety of the book, it talks about unity, of being one, of helping each other out of the dark, of guiding. When you have freed thy soul from its bondage, know that for ye the darkness is gone. Yep, definitely gone for me. No more bondage, no more expectation. Isn't it sad though? Don't you think it was cuter when I was expecting a great destiny with each other, great projects? Yes, you're expecting to create something amazing. Now, disappointed, betrayed, no trust, no expectation. Wow, independence, how beautiful of a society we're creating. That is sad, but whoo, free now, free. So anyways, it talks about the number. I don't know if it's really accurate to talk about this right now, but the other day, you know, I was sharing a post from Antonio Guterres in the United Nations, and it was so funny because there was the number of likes was 1350, and my birthday is May 13, the 13-5, right? And I keep seeing 13-5 everywhere, and the numbers, they're really good indicators as well that what is your destiny, you know. And sometimes those numbers that you see, they evolve. Like I used to see 11-11 all the time, and now I see 13-5, 13-5. So maybe getting out of alignment with the collective and being more aligned with myself and my own destiny. Maybe that is being free of the language, how you can translate this in numbers. Pay attention to those little signs. This is very interesting. All right, everybody, have a great day. And tomorrow will be the third eye. Bye.